Hello, my name is Wani Rizli Ridwan, and the purpose of this video is to reflect on our recent micro teaching experience. So this reflection allows me to critically evaluate my teaching performance, recognize my strength, and identify areas where I can improve as a future educator. So our simulated teaching session was conducted online through Microsoft Teams with 5 students participating. The lesson focused on reading and writing skills for Form 1 students using the topic daily routines. So the lesson objectives were to help students identify main ideas from a short text, use daily routine vocabulary, and write a short paragraph using sequence connectors. And my role in this micro teaching session was to conduct the set induction stage of the lesson. Okay, so during the set induction, my main objective was to prepare students for the lesson and to activate their prior knowledge. What I did was I greeted the students, introduced myself, and showed visuals related to the daily routines such as waking up early and having breakfast. I then proceed to ask simple questions to encourage students to share their own routines at home. However, during the session, I observed that only 2 to 3 students were actively participating while the others remained quiet. So, as the lesson was conducted online, it was more challenging to encourage responses and read students' reactions compared to a physical classroom. So upon my reflection, I realized that the beginning of my set induction was not as effective as it could have been. I asked questions about the visuals before clearly introducing the topic, which has caused some students to hesitate and resulted in a quiet start of this lesson. And then in terms of effectiveness, the set induction was partially successful. The visuals help students recall their daily routines, and the students who responded showed understanding of the topic. However, the learning objectives were not clearly stated at the beginning of the induction. So this has somehow affected the students' understanding of the purpose of the activity and reduced overall engagement. And I believe that if the topic and objectives had been introduced first, students would have felt more confident and prepared to participate. But despite all of this, we received positive feedback from our micro teaching session. We were told that our tone was positive and engaging, and that we managed to keep the lesson interesting despite the weak set induction at the beginning. One of my strengths during the session was my tone and classroom presence. I remained calm, friendly, and encouraging throughout the induction. I also spoke clearly and used visuals effectively to support students' understanding. And another strength was teamwork. All team members put in strong effort to ensure the lesson ran smoothly from preparation to delivery. However, an area that needs improvement is the clarity and structure of my induction set. I should have introduced the topic and learning objectives more clearly before engaging students with questions and visuals. How does my teaching approach impacts on students and adaptation? Is my teaching approach supported visual and auditory learners through the use of images and verbal explanations. However, quieter students may not have been fully engaged. I adapted by accepting short answers and allowing students to respond verbally. In future lessons, I would include more structured prompts, directing questioning, or simple online interaction tools to encourage participation from all the students. Moving forward, my main goal is to improve the effectiveness of my lesson openings. I plan to clearly state the topic and learning objective before beginning any activity. And I also aim to use more engagement strategies in online teaching, such as calling students by name, using polls, or providing sentence starters to guide their responses. And I will continue to seek feedback from lecturers and peers and practice set inductions to build confidence and clarity. Last but not least, To conclude, this micro teaching experience was a valuable learning opportunity for me. It highlighted the importance of a clear set induction, strong communication, and adaptability in online teaching. And although there are areas for improvement, the experience helped me grow and reflect on my teaching practice. I am committed to applying these lessons in future teaching sessions. Thank you for watching.